Powered by Palmer's Roofing, J&S Auto Supply Bumper to Bumper, Fort Smith Therapy, Terry's Place.
Good Monday morning, Southwest Arkansas, here on September the 9th, 2024, here on this Monday morning. Taking a look at today's outlook, we're going to talk about today's forecast and what's in store for the next 6 days. Also, what's going on in the tropics. Let's talk a little bit about that. So taking a look at today's forecasted highs, or before we do that, current temperatures as of 8:39 a.m. are in the 50s across the coverage area. We're going to continue to watch those warm up into the lower 80s today across the area, lower to mid 80s, a little warmer than what we had yesterday there as well. But as you can see, going to range in the lower to mid 80s, around 82 from the Ouachita Mountains region or northern Ouachita Mountains region down through the Pike County, potentially portions of the Clark County area or the Little Missouri River Valley kind of area there as well. But elsewhere, mid 80s, mid to lower 80s there across the area there for today. Going to expect sunny skies today. Not expecting much in cloud cover or any rain chances today. Northeast to east wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour looks likely as we go throughout the day today. Overnight lows are going to range from the lower 50s to the upper 50s, nearing or getting close to the upper 40s there near Mena, around 50 degrees there, and nearing 60 degrees in the El Dorado area. So a good little almost 10 degree temperature difference from each corner of our coverage area there as well. But once again, not expecting much today, but taking a look at the area-wide 6-day forecast from Tuesday through Sunday, the middle of this week, watching the tropics. We could get some rain out of that on Wednesday and Thursday for our coverage area. But as you can see, highs are going to continue to increase on Tuesday. I do think a few areas reach 90 degrees there on Tuesday, but sunny skies, I'm going to keep it at a 0% chance, but there may be a chance of that being increased to 10 or less than 10%. With overnight lows in the mid-60s, we continue to see an increase with temperatures and such there on Tuesday, but those start to cool back down kind of as we head into Wednesday and Thursday with those rain chances. Highs in the mid to lower 80s, maybe even the upper 70s there on Thursday, with overnight lows in the lower 60s, lower to mid 60s there as well. 30% chance of rain both days. I do think rain chances are going to be higher around the, eastern portions of our coverage area, that Fordyce, Sheridan, El Dorado area, and such there as well. I think that's where rain chances look highest at for this time frame. It's all going to depend on the pattern or the track of this, and I'll explain this here in just a minute. But then as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, going to continue with the 10% chance of some showers. I think for the most part we're going to see mostly sunny skies. Highs are going to range from the lower to mid to upper 80s throughout this time frame. We do continue to see a rise in temperatures with overnight lows in the lower to mid 60s. Real quickly, this is potential rainfall amounts expected through Thursday night. As you can see, not expecting a whole lot from the Mena, Mount Ida, Nashville, Texarkana area. A tenth to a half an inch of rainfall could be possible. And then from the Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, Hope, Bradley, Magnolia areas, a half an inch to 2 inches of rainfall could be possible. And then as you go further east, Sheridan, Camden, El Dorado, Fordyce, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall could be a possibility there as well. Now, real quickly, I do want to pull up the what we're currently seeing with this. Here is the current track of Tropical Storm 6. Once again, it's going to continue, it is a tropical storm, or will be here if it's not already. But you can see here on satellite, it is a tropical storm at this time. You can see on satellite here where it's at on satellite there, and it's going to continue to move off towards the Louisiana area, the cone of, I would say really the cone of uncertainty here, this red area from this far eastern portion of Texas over to the New Orleans area there. But currently, the track has it moving over portions of the Louisiana area just to the southeast of the Lake Charles area. Going to be moving over that area come later this week here on the 11th, later this week here in the next couple of days. But this is going to continue to move off here, and it's predicted to make landfall currently as a Category 1 hurricane, and move over and move in towards the center of this. Will move east over portions of eastern Arkansas and Mississippi. Now, one thing I do want to mention with rainfall amounts right off the bat here, if this track moves 50 miles west, that could play a big impact on what we see rainfall-wise. That could increase our rainfall, but if it moves further east, it kind of pushes that rainfall further east. With hurricanes and tropical systems, if you want to see heavy rainfall, your severe weather and stuff, not saying that you can't see heavy rainfall or anything of that nature on the western side, but you want to be on this eastern side of a tropical system. And if you remember back to Beryl, and I probably mispronounced that name, but in July we were on the eastern side of the center of the system, basically, and that's when you've seen all those tornadoes and all that stuff. And now I want to say this: every system is different. So now I'm not saying this is going to have a bunch of tornadoes with that, but it's a tropical system. It's always a possibility, but we're going to be on the western side of this at this current time here in southwest Arkansas. So I'm not expecting major impacts here. Some rain will be possible, some storms will be possible, but I think for the most part, the heaviest rainfall is going to continue to be across Arkansas anyways, far eastern Arkansas. Now, if this track shifts 50 miles west or 50 miles east, that's going to change. So you're going to want to, by Thursday, continue to keep an eye on the forecast and such there as well. As we get closer, we'll get better information, more details, and that. Just remember that could still change, and that's going to play a major impact on what we see rainfall-wise, depending on that. Now, I think drier air is going to really hurt southwest Arkansas's chances for heavy rainfall, but some areas could still see a decent amount of rainfall out of this, or some rainfall out of this. But as you can see here, this system is going to continue to move off towards the north here, and we can show you what one model is showing. But one thing to remember with data, it's gonna change multiple times as we get closer to that. Just remember that. So that's one thing to remember with this. So give me 1 second here, and I'll pull that up. We'll take this off and show you what data is continuing to show for what we could potentially see out of this. One thing, once again, I want to say, remember, this can and will change between now and then. So just remember that. This isn't a for sure what is going to happen. This is one of the many tools that gives us a general idea on what we could potentially see as we get closer to that. But here's what this is showing. And once again, this is one model. There's many ways, many things that we go through to forecast. This just gives us an idea. But as you can see, this continues to move towards the north. And with this being farther out, this isn't as high resolution data as what we have when you're a day or so out. But as you can see, this moves on shore around September the 11th and continues to move towards the northeast. And you can really see here, it's really picking up this eastern portion of Arkansas. Looks to see the highest rainfall totals at this current time. Once again, now we'll continue to watch that as we continue to get closer. But by this weekend, we should start to see clearing conditions and better conditions out of that. Now, here's another model. This one is the. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. This will show us potential rainfall totals off of this one model. This is, once again, this isn't a forecast, but this gives us a general idea on what could be a potential possibility moving forward with this. So this kind of shows you the main story here with potential rainfall as we go throughout this time frame. Now, remember, don't take these totals as exactly what will happen, but it just gives us a general idea. As you get off over here in Mena, in that area, not a whole lot, but as you go further east, you start to get closer to maybe some higher rainfall amounts there. And then if you get down over here, this is showing higher amounts potentially. Now, don't take those as that's exactly what's going to happen. Once again, that's one model. It takes many and many other things to build forecasts. This gets you the general idea and shows you what we're mentioning with this. So once again, not expecting a whole lot out of this other than some rainfall. Some rainfall will be a possibility here with that. And once again, expecting 2 to 3 inches at this current time across our far eastern portions of our coverage area. You decrease the further west you go. One thing, once again, to mention is if that track changes, you could see amounts continue to increase a little more. If it goes a little further to the west, if that center of circulation goes like 50 miles to the west, that's going to change a lot in terms of rainfall. It'll increase totals potentially for portions of the coverage area. But if it moves further east, it'll continue to decrease those rain chances. So just remember, weather always changes, and we'll continue to keep you updated right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather. Have a good rest of your Monday, and see you back here tomorrow morning for another outlook when we break down the newest on the tropical outlook and today's forecast and more. Once again, make sure to follow us over on Facebook and Instagram, and make sure to check us out there as we do a lot of posts over on Facebook daily as well. And as always, have a good rest of your Monday, and thank you guys very much for trusting us right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather.